Vanderpump Rules Season 10's juiciest drama is the torrid affair between Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss. All happening behind Ariana Madix's back, but has it all started by producers? Though Tom is a known cheater and has admitted publicly to the affair with Raquel taking place, it's unclear if the whole thing is actually real or just produced by the experts behind the scenes at Vanderpump Rules. Tom and Ariana, who have been dating since Vanderpump Rules Season 3, were the longest-standing couples on the series. While they had been stable, it's clear in the last several seasons they were having problems. Scandoval seems to have happened organically, but the way it's been built up on Vanderpump Rules leaves some wondering if the whole affair is merely a storyline on the series and not something happening in real time. With the lack of suspicion from Ariana to the way the show has played the affair up to be an open secret for the majority of the cast, it seems like it could be something fueled by producers to boost the series' ratings. As the final episodes of the season build up to the huge reveal, taking a closer look at the way Scandoval has been presented throughout the season could be helpful. 10 James Lala's conversation felt scripted. James Kennedy and Lala Kent met at her office to talk about what they know when it comes to Scandoval, and the scene felt forced and fake. While these scenes often happen on Vanderpump Rules, with castmates who were not involved in the drama coming together to discuss it and make sure the audience is aware of what's going on, it's off-putting to watch James and Lala feel forced. As Lala explains the full story to James, her dialogue is intercut with clips that bring the viewers to each point in the story, creating a cohesive narrative, which feels more contrived than the usual Vanderpump Rules style. 9 Ken dropping tea in the kitchen felt fake. Ken Todd, Lisa Vanderpump's husband, sometimes appears on Vanderpump Rules. Though Ken is typically not a main player in his scenes, he does sometimes offer commentary on what's happening in the story that can help viewers remember or form opinions on the events. In the most recent episode of Vanderpump Rules, Ken walked through the kitchen and, at just the right moment, revealed that Raquel had slept at Tom's house the night before in front of Katie Maloney. This felt incredibly contrived, especially with the role that Ken typically plays on the show, and makes it seem like producers pushed him to share the information. 8 Tom Ariana were nearing a breakup anyway. Tom and Ariana have been together for nearly 10 years, but their relationship has been fraught with issues over the last few years. With intimacy issues that have been well documented on Vanderpump Rules, it has been noticeable that the two were drifting apart for quite some time. Tom has complained in the past about Ariana's mental health issues making it difficult to be physically intimate, while Ariana has been more closed off with Tom than she is with some of her friends on the show. Their issues make it obvious that they were coming to a natural conclusion, even without the push of Tom's affair with Raquel. 7 Vanderpump Rules ratings were hurting. Vanderpump Rules Season 10 was always meant to be a reset for the series. Though it was a huge success for Bravo in its earlier years, the show slowed down quite a bit throughout the later seasons. After rating juggernauts Jax Taylor, Kristen Doute, and Stassi Schroeder were fired after Vanderpump Rules Season 8, the stories slowed down considerably, and the show took a year-long break between the end of Vanderpump Rules Season 9 and the beginning of Season 10. As ratings were beginning to slump, the producers knew they needed to do something drastic if they wanted to rejuvenate the series. 6 Tom Ariana's finale fight feels contrived. While Tom and Ariana are fighting about Raquel in the preview for the Vanderpump Rules Season 10 finale, the extreme nature of the argument feels a bit convoluted. Tom and Ariana scream at each other with such veracity that it feels like it could be staged. Though emotions were running high at the moment, the way that Tom yells back at Ariana almost makes it feel like he could have been instructed to do so instead of just reacting naturally to her anger. 5. Speculation that producers knew about Scandoval. There has been a lot of speculation about how much the producers knew about the nature of Tom and Raquel's relationship, especially given they were privy to moments in public, in private, and the interviews given by the cast members. Nearly the entire Vanderpump Rules cast were speaking openly about their suspicions of Scandoval to each other and, likely, to production. But the producers spent time with Tom and Raquel, both together and individually, so it's likely they were aware of a bit more than anyone else on the cast was. If production knew, they would be able to spin things however they wanted when it comes to the storyline playing out. For Tom, Lala, Lisa, Katie, other cast members knew. Nearly everyone in the Vanderpump Rules cast has had open suspicions about Tom and Raquel's relationship, aside from Ariana. In the remaining episodes of the season, it's becoming more clear that the cast finds Tom and Raquel's close relationship to be strange, and everyone seems to be talking about the idea that they could be having an affair, though no one seems to truly believe it. If the cast were all aware, or at least had inklings of what was going on, it doesn't seem likely that it would have taken so long to come out unless the story was produced that way. 3. Tom's past has been conveniently flashed back to. There have been moments in the most recent Vanderpump Rules episodes where Tom's past relationship with Kristen, where he cheated with Ariana and several other women but denied it for years, has been brought up and referenced, with clips thrown in for clarity. The abundance of time that Tom spent denying his cheating to Kristen, only for it to come out and make their relationship shakier than ever, was difficult to watch because of Kristen's certainty around it. Seeing it the other way around with Ariana, who's an intelligent woman, is odd, to say the least, and makes the story feel a bit fake. 2. Raquel, Tom are being painted as villains. The storyline has painted Tom and Raquel out to be villains, and though this makes sense because of their actions, it does seem a little one-sided to paint them out as villains and Ariana as the high-level hero. The relationship between Tom and Ariana clearly had issues, and taking everything into account, it may be somewhat less one-sided than it looks on screen. The way that Ariana speaks about Tom and Raquel, with such trust and overwhelming gratitude, can feel contrived when it's shown in contrast with the dismissal Tom has for Ariana, knowing how their story will play out. 1. Ariana has benefited from the scandal going public. While the story may be fake, the benefits that are coming to Ariana because of the narrative she's been pushed into are very real. With the potential to star in the next season of Dancing with the Stars, a role in an upcoming Lifetime movie, and an invitation to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, Ariana is living the high life after her relationship with Tom. It seems that Vanderpump Rules may have created the narrative to swing a bit more in her favor to give her a leg up, but the holes in the storyline are starting to get a bit larger with each passing episode.